let's come back to looking now. It's true, I remember when they made the payas, when they made the halakha. I remember it like now, how they cut me the hair. So every day I went to yeshiva and took a different sefer. Most was the Sipur Tzadikim, Meises and Stories from Tzadikim. And I had this question more and more. One day, I had to go on, I was very flink. I was, no, when I heard that somebody, you know, the restaurants, you have to go down about 100 steps after they were. I only heard the train is coming. I was running down, minutes took me, 100 steps, and running up, and I made a train. I was very, very, very quick. And I took a sefer with him, and I started out on the sefer, and I started to look. I said to Yeshiva Snowflash, this is the Chaskes. And I'm looking, wow, this sefer speaks to me. This sefer, I didn't even let go. I was finished, I came to Yeshiva, this day I didn't learn. I had to finish the sefer. Started again, finished it, and the yeshiva. And started again till I went home, till I went to sleep 3 times. Here I have my answers. First question is why Hashem chose only those, no such a thing. Every Yid says the Rebbe could be a tzaddik like the Baal Shem Tov. Every Yid. But they had the will, and the all don't have the will. They have the will, they don't want nothing, only Hashem. We want food, we want money, we want everything. They want everything, we don't want nothing, only Hashem. Hashem tested them, and they were strong by the test. So became a Baal Shem Tov, became the Maggid from Bezrit, became the Batit Shevaro, became the Rebbe Rameira, and the musician. So for the second question, how you get up to heaven? Yeah, if a person speaks to Hashem, and Hashem helps him, his mind so pure, gets so pure that he has always the Shem Havai for his eyes. He cannot understand what's a tzaddik. A tzaddik is every second prepared to leave this world. We only hear about that. Only you make me sad. I don't want to speak of that. Tzaddik is prepared every second to his neshama shall go out. Every second. We are prepared. A tzaddik don't have nothing in the world, only Hashem. No, but so the Shem Havai is always by his eyes, and if he speaks to Hashem, if somebody has a clear mind, he will ask and he will have the answer. So I had my answer. And thank God, I didn't know nobody knew Breslev. I didn't even know what Breslev is. I had my brother, he was very good in biography, all kind of stories. You name him a sefer, he will tell you who made the sefer, who wrote it, and where he lived, and what time he was a genius in that. And how many stories he made, who had the machloikas and everything. So that's right. In fact, in Meshiva Slovash is written, he took it out for the Kutalochas. The Kutalochas is on the Shulchan Aruch. And I didn't know nothing, even the Shulchan Aruch. I took out the Shulchan Aruch, and I was going to look, Ashkoma Saboika, not written Shulchan Aruch, such a Chaskes, Besa Knesses, all the Shulchan Aruch. I asked my mother, she started to explain me about the Rebbe, and it takes out the Alakut Maran, and it takes out the Sefer Midenhead in the house, the Sichas Saran, and I start to learn the Zohar. See, I'm not thinking the word thank God. I'm thinking it, but I'm not ashamed to say it in public. I say it in Yiddish, I say it in English, I say it in Yiddish, whatever, in Lashon Kodesh. Thank God. Why? Because if I would became, that one brainwashed me, that one brainwashed me, the one brainwashed me. You know, this group is the really true group. This is not. Oh, Hashem, I didn't have nothing, only what the Rebbe says. So I start to follow the guidance as the Rebbe teaches. And that was a few years like this. Hashem was very, very big Masman became a
diligent student.
Huh?
Diligent student.
And I learned, I remember Moshe liked me very, very much because he liked Torah. I could sit in one place 6 and 8 hours not moving. I had to go out and sit in East Broadway. Hours and hours. My him was Torah there. I became a chosen. Came to the Shiva that engaged yesterday night. I'm the prophet that told me that I want you a day before your chasana, you should remind me I want to be your wedding. He reminded himself. It wasn't my wedding, I had a picture, and I was there about 5 years, and about 5 years, and another one, they printed many years ago a sefer, The Greatness of the Moshe, very interesting stories. So I always said, whatever is written there, I could tell twice or 3 times what the sefer is. If you sit with somebody so many years, you see, but he liked very much Torah. And like they say, I grew up, and Baruch Hashem, I started to pray, and now we're here. So the main thing, the Braslev Chassidus, if you really know, you want to be a Braslev Chassid, don't look what Shmerel says, what Berel says, but don't look only in the Kutamaran, in Sipurim Maises, and the Paramidas, and Siddhasa, and the Chaiman, what the Rebbe says, what the Nosen says. What this says means nothing. Like you have the Siddhasa was translated in English, of Nachman's wisdom. Listen to Mahar. I was finishing the Sefer every week. I count the pages, and I mean, till here is Sunday, till here is Monday, every week. Take 50 weeks, 52 weeks in a year, I was finishing it. So many times, you have to do what the Rebbe says. Here comes the Seder Lechalim. The Rebbe said, even you have a pumpkin head. I can understand what you do. So you start to say. Today we have everything in English. Baruch Hashem, you have the Chumash in English, you have the Mishnahs in English, very good translated in English, and the Gemara in English. When it came out of house for the first time, he had so much machlekes on himself. How could you translate the Shas in English, and the Mishnahs in English, the Chumash in English, how can you do it? And well, you get a lot of machlekes. Today, everybody couples hearts go. They make it in Hebrew also. Amor, all kind of sifte. Everybody is doing the same thing in Hebrew to make it easier, you understand the learning. What was but somebody cannot speak only English. You have to learn Chumash, you have Mishnah, you have Gemara. Now, it's very easy. We need patience. Patience, the whole life we need patience. The whole life we need patience. So therefore comes in the Rebbe and Reb Nosson. We started off, why was Reb Nosson so great? Reb Nosson said, when I came to the Rebbe, the first thing, I put away everything, I don't have no say. Whatever he says, that's that. I think every time that every student knew, Rebbe is great, but I'm also great. Nosson knew why he was doing it. He would put away his mind. Not that he was stupid, he was a genius. But he knew this Rebbe